hopefully you'll have higher goals. But, and, you know, in a lot of ways, that's the essence of why I'm running for the United States Senate. Look, I mean, Joe Donnelly, again, likable guy, but what he's selling to Hoosiers really is fundamentally different than how he serves. And you cannot vote with Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, 80–85% of the time, and be in line with what most Hoosiers believe. And we are at a big crossroads as a country, whether we're going to slide into failed socialistic policies that are both history and current events show you will lead us in the wrong direction, or are we going to kind of restore these principles based in the Declaration and the Constitution to make sure we continue to be in the opportunity? So, what are you all interested in? I mean, what questions do you have? I always say these kind of forums too. I do take statements, so feel free to ask a question. But if you got a statement, man, fire that off too. That's kind of the way. That's the way it works. Yeah.
What's your view on immigration, or DACA, I should say? That's relevant.
I mean, look, I think whatever solution is found to DACA, it's got to include meaningful border security, enforcement of the law, and to me, the building of a physical barrier on our southern border. Most nations in the world are more serious about enforcing their border than we are.
Except Europe.
What'd you say?
Except Europe.
Well, but even there, it's on the outer boundaries, right?
Yeah.
So not within the nations that are part of the EOC, but outside. Try to get in there, man.
Well, I mean, look at the migrant crisis. I mean, it's not doing very well.
It's come before.
They have millions of people.
I would put me in the camp of people who believe that the kids that are have been come to be known as these as DACA children. It's a sympathetic group of people. I mean, listen, they came here as young people. Their parents brought them. It wasn't their own fault. Many of them are serving in the military or otherwise working. But I think we have to tie any solution to that problem to broader border security, or when are we ever going to get that?
Yeah. Well, as soon as you grant amnesty, there's just going to be more, you know? So unless you put some sort of serious border, I mean, it's always going to be another amnesty round and another decade and then another.
That's fair. And I would say this too. This is something everybody here should know. If you don't know it, make sure you have it to repeat to your friends. Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, all voted to build a wall when they were United States senators.
Yeah.
They all voted for it.
Yeah.
The only thing that happened is when Obama became president, he stopped any funding for it. He didn't take the money that was there to go out. So there was a time when this was not a partisan debate at all. It was consensus in the years after 9/11 that it should be done.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think this like so many issues, we can't fall into the trap of allowing them to paint us as the guys with the handlebar mustache or something.
Yeah.
There's nothing mean-spirited about trying to enforce the border.
And also, if you guys were to grant DACA, you know, permanent stay, which I'm all against for sure, but I mean, I can understand that, but it would have to be prevention of whatever they call it, chain migration, where all their family members are then allowed to come as well. And so that,
It's also, by the way,
I mean, because 800,000 turns into 3 million real quick that way.
it's another fact that people need to know. 80% of people who seek a green card never seek citizenship. 80%. So this idea that you have to have direct path to citizenship as part of any change, that's not even what the folks that are coming here necessarily want.
Yeah.
So I think what you need to do is try to solve this problem. Anyway, that's kind of this. Yeah.
So what are some good ways to get involved with the campaign if we're looking to?
Well, thanks. Look, I think the number one piece of advice I would give to you guys is as you think about it, if you have an interest, and you must have some interest to be here tonight, right? The pizza's good pizza, but it's not that good pizza, right? So is you're interested in being involved. And the most important thing you can do is establish bona fides by being a part of the campaign. Like if you're trying to have a professional career in this stuff, even for a little while, when I was the kind of person processing through all the resumes, the first thing I would look at is, oh, what campaigns did you work on? Where did you volunteer? Where did you been a part of that? So my number one advice to you and counsel to you would be get involved in some campaign. My second advice to you would be get involved in ours. We're the best one to get involved in, right? That's what I would tell you. So there are all kinds of things that need to be done in these campaigns. I mean, we have to get 4,500 signatures